Welcome to the oldest spiritual podcast, the Bhagavad Gita Podcast. Welcome, friends. Episode 3 of our Bhagavad Gita Podcast. Today I have a very special guest here, Rupa Vilas, one of my best friends. Actually, he's my best friend. I don't have so many friends, but I count him as the friend I can talk with about everything and anything. When I have problems, when I'm ecstatic, when I'm blissful, I can always call him. He's always there for me. And we have a long history together since 11 years, 12 years almost. We both were monks in different temples in Germany. He in Cologne, I'm 10 hours drive far away in the south. And we met every year, once or twice, and we practiced spirituality together. We were on the streets, we were chanting, we were dancing in ecstasy, we were distributing books and prasadam. And prasadam means karma-free food. Yeah, we had very deep connections, especially when we did kirtan, mantra chanting, mantra recitations with music instruments. And then we looked at each other and we vibed and we completely burst out in ecstasy. And we had so much deep spiritual realizations together. And yeah, we thought, why not starting our podcast with a friend, talking about our realizations. He came all the way from Cologne to South Germany, not because of the podcast, but I used the opportunity and asked him. And so now Rupa Vilas is here. And yeah, Rupa, please introduce yourself. Who are you? Mm-hmm. Why people should listen to you? What is your field of expertise?
Yeah, thank you very much. First of all, Advaita Simha for your invitation. I'm really glad that we can spend some time together. As you mentioned, we're living far away from each other. It is not so often happening that we can spend time also physically together. Yeah. And therefore it's very nice that we have now the opportunity, and also that we use the opportunity to talk about the most important actually in our lives, right? So our spiritual path, or spiritual life, or spiritual realizations. So I don't know if I have to say so many things. No? I think there are many other people who have also to share much more. But I will try to try to share something what I experience in my spiritual life. And as you mentioned, we lived as monks for a couple of years. You here in the Bavarian forest, I'm in Cologne. So this was already a very special journey, actually, very transforming also. Just for the people to maybe to understand what we did in the temple.
What is a monk?
What is a monk? So maybe you will think, more on the Christian tradition or something. So what we are like from the Hinduism background, you can call it Hare Krishnas. So and actually it's a very joyful time you have in the temple. Actually you start the morning with party in form of mantra meditation. We glorify the Lord with very nice and beautiful prayers and songs. So and
which time is it?
It's quite early. It's like 4:30 is the first program starting. Before that, we wake up, we take a shower, a cool shower. Don't have to be super cold, but at least a little cool to cool down a little bit and to fix the mind also, to be awakened, also to be energized. So and then we prepare ourselves with traditional clothes and put some marks on our body to be protected also, which we pray some mantras. So we pronounce some mantras on this special paste which we use, which is actually from the Ganges.
It's holy earth from India.
Yes, holy earth from India, from the Ganges, and then we pronounce some mantras. On this earth, and then we put on different places on our body. We put it's called tilak. So and then we're kind of protected. We have like the spirit. We are spiritual
shielded.
We have a spiritual shield around us, and then we start the day.
I would like to mention on that point, because sometimes I'm talking with other monks and And sometimes we tend to be too spiritual and forget that we have a body. And I like to mention the point that we sometimes take more care of our cars than of our own bodies. And that's true. But when we put this tilak, this 12 marks of names of God, it actually says the body is a temple of the Lord, and the body is the temple of the soul. Yeah, so this already indicates we start the morning putting these sacred mantras on our body to indicate the body is sacred,
Yes.
But then during the day we tend to forget. But
Yes.
it's so important to keep the body healthy that we can practice spirituality.
Yes. Yeah, this is a very beautiful point. Also that you meditate about it. Actually, there's like a seat in your heart where God resides, right?
The lotus of your heart.
Exactly, and actually you sit next to it.
Yeah.
So this we should also not forget. We're sitting next to it and try, also in our heart to reconnect with God. Yes, and then we have beautiful prayers, and we have philosophical, discussion, like say interaction, where we talk about Srimad Bhagavatam in the morning, and in the evening about Bhagavad Gita. It's also the topic from today, the Bhagavad Gita. Very nice book, which is really transforming, and it's not just theoretical knowledge. It's really like a knowledge which you can apply in your daily life, and which uplifts your consciousness. And in general, it makes you more conscious about yourself, about other living beings, about the universe, also about plants, about the whole structure of the universe, and that we actually connected with it, that we also part and parcel of God, and also how we can reconnect with God actually in a very simple and easy way. And the interesting thing is also in Bhagavad Gita, what I like very much, is that you don't have to stop so many activities you do already. Few you have to stop, otherwise it's not beneficial. It doesn't work,
Counterproductive.
Yeah, it's counterproductive. but actually you just have to try to implement some points of the Bhagavad Gita, and actually you have just to invite God in your life. Actually, it's very simple. You just have to invite God with your own words in your life, and then you will see how your life changes. And Bhagavad Gita is really teaching this, how you can become again a friend of God.
Like I mentioned in the last podcast, that Arjuna, he wanted to go in the forest and become a monk and a sadhu, and like we did.
Yes.
But then Krishna said, "Hey, wait a minute. You're not a monk. You're a kshatriya. You're a warrior. You should be here. You should fight. Yes. Follow your duty." And this is the amazing part of the Bhagavad Gita, that Krishna is not saying, give everything up and renounce. He said, no, just add me in your life. Whatever you do, just continue. Whatever you do, it's fine, but just add me. Let me part of your life. Let me be part of your life. Yes. And that's wonderful.
Yeah, for example, as you mentioned, we were living as monks, but now we're family persons. You married, you have a kid. So I'm married. I don't know have a kid right now, but this will also come. We had this desire to have a family, and Krishna says it's okay. You can have it and create your spiritual family. And this is so beautiful, and on the Bhagavad Gita, and on Bhakti Yoga in general, or on God consciousness in general, and Krishna consciousness in general is so nice. You can really engage everything in you can say in God's service, and it is also spiritual. Many of our other friends, they're working, and they somehow connect their work with God. So in the end, they're putting like God also in their consciousness when they work. So and it becomes spiritual. It's very nice. It's very nice.
We hear this example of the microphone that the microphone is completely material.
Yes.
And we use it for pop songs and some transmission, that we can give some message to whatever topic. But if you use the microphone to speak about Krishna, about spirituality, then the microphone becomes spiritualized. Yeah? So we're using this microphone for a spiritual purpose, and it's not material anymore.
Yes.
It's so amazing. So we can, everything we do, connect with the spiritual potency. I have one more thing came in my mind when you talked now. We have both are married, and we were both monks, and I have to say we have both the kind of similar background, similar karma. Probably in previous lives we would be brothers.
Maybe.
Same time we came to Krishna consciousness. We became same time a monk. Then in Krishna consciousness, I always thought like in the temple, all of these people, all these monks, maybe one or two alike, but the rest of them, they're all weird, you know. Like I would never associate with them if there would be no Krishna.
Yeah.
You know, if there would be no temple, no monk life, I would never be friend with them probably. But we put Krishna in the center, so we're some all connected now. We have a family in the whole world with thousands and millions of people, and they're all connected as a family. But with you and me, it's different. Even if there would be no Krishna consciousness, we would still hang out.
Yeah, I'm very sure about this. We have also like the same interest, as you said, the same background. Also, I mean, you were born in Austria. I'm from Kazakhstan, but still
the mentality,
and I raised here in Germany.
And
exactly.
Doing drugs, all kinds of nonsense. You know, it was the same story.
Yes.
Then we gave it up same time. We're same age.
Yes.
And then we got married, and also our wives. Maybe you explain it.
Yeah, we have the similar like kind of story. You know, your wife is from South Africa, and she's a doctor.
Yeah.
My wife is from Venezuela, from Latin America, and she's also a doctor.
South America, also a doctor.
Is also a doctor. So
both short, very lot of temperament,
yes.
but very, very loving and kind, and
yes,
yeah, also yeah, it's very interesting.
It's very interesting, and I think also we spent the same years in the temple, right? How long you stay in the temple? For how many years?
Yeah, I was 6 years in the temple, but then I moved
as a monk.
As a monk,
Yes.
Then I moved out, and then now came back with my family from 2020, end of 2020, 2.5 years. So altogether, almost 9 years. As a monk, 6 years.
Interesting. I was living as a monk also 6 years, and then I lived with my wife 1.5 years in the temple, so 7.5 years. It's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also you were separated. I was, before I could marry her, because she was in a different country, we were always meeting, and then we were separated for 3 months, and we got married. Again, we were separated, back and forth to get the papers, to get the visa done.
Yes.
And you did the same, you know.
Yeah, it was like this. We meet each other. So and then she had go back to Latin America. So but then we keep like the connection for 7 months, and then after 2-3 months we recognize, okay, that's it. Now we will marry. But it took 7 months till we saw each other again, and then it was pretty sure. Okay, this is my partner, and this is with this person I want to spend the rest of my life. Yeah, they are unbelievable similarities, right?
They're just in the other room and talking,
yes,
talking about us.
They're sitting there talking about us,
planning about our future,
and we're sitting here and talking about them. Yeah. This is very, very, very special, very special, and it's also for spiritual people. It's I think it's very important to understand that you need friendships. You need friendships, even in spiritual.
It's all about relationships, friendships,
exactly.
Love.
Exactly.
Receive and give love.
Exactly. Yeah, and support each other, encourage each other. Also, that if you have, everybody of us faces difficulties in life, right? So that you have someone who you know, okay, I can call him, I can open my heart towards him. He will listen, he will hear, and maybe he can give some nice advices, or he share his experience. So it's about friendship. Love and service. In the end, it's about service. Now, how we show our love is through service, right?
Like we say, like how the mother shows the love of a child by service. You know, it's not enough to say, "Oh, I love you, my child. You're so cute," and then you don't feed the child, you don't take care, you don't, you know, then the child will die. You know, it's you have to nourish it not just with words, with acts of service.
Yes.
But also relationships with us. Then sometimes he calls me, since 2 months you didn't message me, you know, what kind of friend you are.
Yes.
And it's important to remind me, you know, that we know, actually know we have to keep up our relationship. We have to at least call each other and ask, inquire, you know, how are you doing? Can I do something for you? When you're here, we try to invite each other, you know, have some exchange. You know, now we can talk about Bhagavad Gita, you know, it's a nice exchange, but also to be real, to be personal, and have, loving exchanges. It's all about, we want to be loved, you know.
And this is another very, very nice point. I want to grab this point of authenticity, so that we can live authentic. Actually, we need friends for this. And if we have really friends, close friends, where we know, okay, I can trust my faith in him, I can open my heart. So then naturally, what happens is that we start to be authentic. We start to be who we are. No? So if we don't have so close relationships with others, we always show
put a mask on.
Put a mask on. We show something what we actually not, because we cannot trust this person, and we think like, okay, if I open my heart, this person can hurt me, But with friends, this is a very special, very wonderful, that you can really be yourself. And this is also very important, or one of the main points what Bhagavad Gita actually is teaching. Who we are, what we're doing here, what is the goal of life, and how not just to understand it, but also how we can reach this goal, how we can
how to live it,
how to live it exactly. So it's really it's knowledge or wisdom which is living. One of our spiritual teachers in our community, Keshav Maharaj.
Wisdom that breathes.
Wisdom that breathes. He always says, and it's true.
No, his YouTube channel is called, if you want to know more about Bhagavad Gita, and check out his YouTube channel, Wisdom That Breathes. It's from a Swami. He's amazing. The way he gives us the Bhagavad Gita in a way that we can digest it with so much love and kindness. And so please hear from him as well.
And so refreshing. Bhagavad Gita is so beautiful. As we said, you can apply it. It's not theoretical knowledge. It's full of realization, and actually it's full of blessings. So, and you can experience it immediately just by reading it. You can try to read it loudly, that you can also properly hear it. And you can recite even recite the mantras, the shlokas, and you feel what kind of power is inside of this wonderful book, and you can feel the energy. You energize, you feel it touch your heart. It goes directly towards you. It speaks towards your soul, to yourself. So, I can just share with everybody. Please try it out at least once.
once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime. It's amazing, and it especially because it teaches practical things. So we were talking also about, for example, that we can also have jobs in our life and be spiritual at the same time. So just to share with the people what is my job is actually I'm a cook. Not the best and not professional, but
it's very professional. It's a big business now.
I learned cooking in the temple as well. So and the nice point is that it's not just that we cook something and we eat, but no, there's a whole process which transforms also your consciousness. So the food actually we are taking, we call it prasadam, and prasadam means mercy of God, you can say, and it's karma-free food. And why it's karma-free? Because first of all, if you take this kind of food, it don't produces karma, because as we know, plants, for example, we are vegetarian, but plants are also living entities.
You always hear this, you're a vegetarian, I eat meat, but how is it, less violent? You also kill plants, they're also living entities.
Exactly.
So what do you say?
And this is true. So there's also soul inside. There's also a person inside the plants. So therefore, if we just would eat plants, it produces also karma. Not so much as when you're killing animals, for example, but it produces karma as well. So therefore, the nice option we have in Krishna consciousness, which Krishna teaches us in Bhagavad Gita, is that if we offer this food with just with love and devotion, so then.
What's this verse? Patram pushpam polam toyam.
Exactly.
You may bhakya prayachati. Give whatever you offer me. Give me a leaf, some fruits, some vegetables, a flower. You can offer it.
Little water.
Little water, yes. And then he said, but offer it with love. I want the love, because God doesn't need anything from us.
Exactly.
But he wants this. He wants to reciprocate with us. Then when you cook something, when you come to your grandparents and there's a nice feast, and it tastes so loving because the grandmother put all your heart in the food.
Yes.
And we want to taste this love, and Krishna is the same. He wants to taste our love, our offering.
Yeah. And there's also a German saying, ne? That love goes through the stomach.
Liebe geht durch den Magen.
Genau. So and it's true. Ne? So and yes, Advaita describe the process, ne? Or what Bhagavad Gita has mentioned, that offer me a leaf. Ne? God tells us, Krishna tells us, offer me a leaf or a fruit or flower or water. And the main point is with love and devotion. And this everybody can do, in his own style, with his feelings and emotions towards God. And this is really like, purifying. This is uplifting our consciousness. And it's also remembers us that actually nothing is coming from us. No? Yeah. So we came into this world naked. And we will go also naked. No? We came with empty pockets and we will go with empty pockets. It's like
nothing belongs to us.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you develop in your life. No, you cannot take anything with you. So and this process should also make us remember, hey, actually everything what we get from Mother Earth, this is from God in the end. No? And in this process, to give the everything what we get, all the ingredients what God gives us, and re-give Him back during this kind of offering. This is really nice. It makes us also a little more aware about our environment, about ourselves, about other living beings, and also it creates that you start to having your relationship with God again. As we said, if you love someone, you want to serve him. It's very natural. You want to do something what pleases the other person.
Just example came in my mind, and Prabhupada, the one who translated the Bhagavad Gita, there's one verse, Rasoham Apsukantiya, means Krishna says, I'm the tasting water. So when we drink water, we can remember, that's Krishna, it's Krishna's energy. And there was one alcoholic, and he said, what about me? How must I offer? You said we shouldn't drink alcohol, no intoxication. What are you going to do? And then Prabhupada told him, you think about Krishna, at least, even though you shouldn't drink alcohol, but you start the process of spiritual life like Arjuna. You not go to the forest, you not stop alcohol. If you can do it. But you just, you can't offer it to God, but kind of this mood still, you still remember Krishna, and this is the taste in the wine, in the alcohol. And so slowly you get purified because you think about God. And this is God's genius, He uses everything to trick us. It's just think about me and everything will be fine. I will purify you. So everything we do, we can always come closer to God. This is the only, and it says it's the only rules, the prohibitions and how you say, allowance, the only rules and regulations
permission
is to always remember Krishna and to never forget him. And in this verse it is described, and all the Vedic scriptures and everything, instruction from the Guru, from Shastra, from the holy texts, is all about this one rule, to never forget him and to always remember
him. Yes.
Everything is based on this principle.
Yes.
It's amazing, no?
Yes. Yeah, and everybody have to eat, right?
Yeah.
So we're eating 3 times a day, usually. So it means this gives us the opportunity 3 times in a day, at least 3 times in a day, remember God. And
many traditions you have this.
Yes.
First you pray to God, you thank God. And it's also then kind of prasadam. You don't just eat, you get the food and then you pray to God first before you eat the food.
Yes. Actually, what I was always thinking is, this is like a universal principle to offer his food. So it means actually someone who lives in the Christian tradition. I remember when I was as monk, when we distributed this spiritual knowledge to the people in the streets, many times I told them, hey, we were talking, and then I was talking with them also about offering the food. And I said, actually you can just put a picture of Jesus Christ. When I was talking with the Christian people, you can just put a picture of Jesus Christ, you prepare a nice plate with different things, and then you put it there, and then you offer it with your own words. Maybe there's some prayer in your Christian tradition that you can use. No? So, and I'm sure that God will accept this. because if it's with love and devotion and they offer it to their spiritual master, then for sure he will accept this. No? So I think this is also one beautiful point of Bhagavad Gita. It's really universal knowledge. It's like really universal wisdom, which you can use. Basically, it doesn't matter what's your background or where you're from, or and you can check if you can find some prayers from your tradition, which is like fitting inside, and try it out. And
wonderful.
And why it's karma free. Now we're coming to this point is because Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, he explains what he prefers to eat and what not. So and again, as we said, if we love someone, we serve him. So if we know, okay, Krishna likes this kind of food stuff, then for sure we will cook this because we want to please him, right?
Yes.
So and therefore one can say God is a vegetarian. No, but let's say more maybe like in an esoteric way, God accepts just food which is on a
sattvic level.
On a sattvic level, on a pure level, let's say. So and therefore he gives certain food stuff which he accepts, and we prepare this nicely in different forms and varieties. And then what we are doing, as I mentioned, we put it on a nice plate. We put it in the front of a picture of Krishna, and then we say some prayers, some mantras, which are connecting towards Krishna. And with the feeling, the emotions that, okay, please Krishna, I cook this for you, I want to please you, please accept this. So and then Krishna is happy about this and he accept this, and then he give his mercy and his blessing inside to the food. So and then after he take his meal, let's say, then we can take the meal. And what happens through this process is that Krishna takes out this karma, this violent activity, which we
because you still kill the plant.
Exactly, because
it's still a soul.
Exactly. So therefore Krishna takes the karma, and the plant get benefit out of it because we offer this to Krishna. So you can say that.
But what I hear from many people is that you offer it to Krishna, and that's just your excuse that you can eat what you want.
But we don't eat what we want, right?
Yeah.
We eat.
No, but I mean some vegans or vegetarians, and then they say, but you speak now, okay, you shouldn't eat meat, you shouldn't do that, and but then you still eat all these vegetables. It's also like life, and then you say no, you offer it and then it's okay, or the milk, you offer it and then it's okay. Yes. So many people can't really connect with this point. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean somehow we have to maintain our body, right? So then what should we eat? Nothing. I mean there are some yogis that just live from prana, but I mean. First of all, also, this is Krishna's teaching us through Bhagavad Gita. So as we will recognize when we study Bhagavad Gita, then Krishna is teaching Arjuna also. And Arjuna actually is a representative of ourselves, let's say. So we can think about, okay, actually Arjuna and Krishna, the whole discussion is to give us a lesson that we can learn out of it. So in this way, Krishna is talking towards us in Bhagavad Gita and is explaining us the whole topic of life and give also solutions. Because Krishna knows we have to maintain our body. So and therefore,
he says that if we eat vegetarian food and we don't offer it, it's still just sin.
Exactly.
So it's the same if you eat something else.
It's not the same.
Same.
There are different levels, let's say.
Of karmic reactions.
Exactly.
But it's the
same principle, let's say. So and therefore, Krishna gives us a nice principle that we can overcome this. And as we said, we can purify ourselves. And what is really amazing is also that Krishna appreciates really this activity of serving him through offer the food. And what happened is that because you're giving your effort to please him, and Krishna responds because he's happy, and then what happened is you can really feel that there's love inside the food. And this love comes up. Why? Because there are two persons who want to serve each other. And this is really beautiful. And we are very much, or often we experience with my wife when we are cooking for seminars, for retreats, like healing retreats or yoga seminars, or also sometimes for festivals.
How many people you cook there, for example?
Yeah, it's different. Mostly in the seminars we cook between, let's say, 40 and 90 persons for many days, like between 3 and 6 days, 3 meals a day, like breakfast, lunch and dinner. So we cook, we prepare everything, then we put everything nicely, and the people take as much they want and what they want. So and sometimes also we cook for festivals. And I had one experience, and this was like kind of a hippie festival, and there were like about 150 persons. So and usually before we start the cooking, or when we arrive to this events, then we always introduce ourselves, and we explain to people actually what we are doing and what kind of food stuff we are preparing, and also what is prasadam actually. No? And then I many times in the end I tell the people that you will experience the love in the food.
Yeah.
And many times the reaction is like, oh, come on, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they cook with nice consciousness, and maybe it's really tasty and it's super, but come on, you cannot feel the love in the food. And then there was one incident in one of these hippie festivals, and then while the people took the food, then one lady came up towards me. And then she was like really like shining, and this was so big eyes. And she told me, wow, I thought when you did the introduction that, this is, this, I don't think it's too much, like he blows it up so much, But then I taste the food and I could really feel the love. And it was so nice. She said, I could really feel the love, and she was so happy. And in this moment, I feel also Krishna was happy. And I was also so happy. And it was like, felt hard touched that she could have an experience with God through food.
Amazing, no?
This is amazing, no? And this for me, many times, is then really, this is the realization, this is the improvement, that this process of offering the food is really working, and that as Srila Prabhupada also...
Not just the offering, it's also the consciousness of the cook, the whole process, like the way you cook it already, the way you prepare it, and not just to eat doing cooking, you wait, first God eats, and then we...
Yeah, good that you bring up this point. So there's a certain like kind of frame how you prepare the food, no? Because the Vedic literature is teaching us that actually the consciousness of the cook goes inside the food
to the fire.
Exactly, through the fire. Why? Because the element fire is like so powerful that all your thoughts and informations the fire is like kind of taking them and bring them up.
All the desires, the karmic reactions.
Exactly, the desires, our consciousness, our thoughts. For example, if you're angry, all this anger goes inside the food. Or if, for example, there's so much trouble in the kitchen and everybody's kind of stressed and the environment is really like this, then all this energy goes inside the food.
We had one in one temple, he was always tired, and we knew when we go there, after that we will be tired.
Really?
Yeah, and many of us, most of us who follow this process of Bhagavad Gita, we don't eat outside, we just cook our own food. I mean, sometimes you can't avoid it because you travel, but you just eat what you cook yourself or what other people cooked in this consciousness, because we know if we eat outside someone and he just smoked a cigarette and then he thinks about girls and I don't know, he just was on the toilet and didn't wash his hand. Everything goes into the food,
Yes.
All his desires and then after that you feel bewildered. And if you live on a spiritual platform, you meditate every day, you're in a pure state of being, and then I can feel all of a sudden lust is coming, some other desires, some thoughts I never had before since many years. Just from the food,
Yes.
It's like a complete science, how to eat, how to prepare the food, how to offer the food.
Yes. Yeah, and to be clean, take a shower before you go for cook, that everything is clean, that also everything in the kitchen is prepared, is organized, everything is clean, it's a nice
also
smell.
in the inside, before you cook, you meditate for 2 hours every day.
Yes.
And you have a really sharp mind, you connected with Krishna, and then you go and you cook.
Yes.
And it's not just cooking, it's like
it's the meditation actually. Yeah, it's the meditation and the motivation. Yeah? So you try to meditate about whom? About Krishna, and the motivation is to please Krishna, to serve Krishna, and all this combined, like the cleanliness, the consciousness, and the motivation which we bring inside, all this as a combination, in the end. Goes all inside in the food, plus that Krishna reciprocates, and all this together makes this food so special, and many people almost everybody experience
everybody
this.
I mean, I know my family, everyone, and I knew new people coming and they say, I don't like your music, I don't like the way you dress, I don't like the way you look, I don't like anything about you guys. I hate your philosophy, but I love your food.
Yes.
You got me with your food.
Yes.
And Robert says, we are kitchen religion.
Exactly, the Hare Krishna movement actually is known as the kitchen religion.
And think about it, just recently I heard a discussion, a talk, and then the Swami asked someone, what is the most binding agent in this world, why we can't move on in spiritual life? And then we all think it's lust. We say always it's lust, in form of sexual lust, but also in form of desires, unwanted desires, in any expression, like any kind of lust. But he said, no, the most biggest obstacle is our tongue. Because we use the tongue every day, we eat every day. You don't have sex every day, but you have to eat every day.
3 times a day, minimum.
Yeah. So that's why we have to learn to control our tongue. Because this is all is connected. When we can't control our senses, and the strongest sense is the tongue. Like we sing this prayer, Sharira Vidya Chal, and we always sing it very high. Sharira Vidya Chal, like we celebrate, but actually it says that the body is like the gateway to hell, it leads us to a lower consciousness, because we can't control our senses. And by purifying the food, by offering it to the Lord, the food gets a completely different potency. And just by eating it, you get uplifted. Everyone who eats prasadam can experience it. It's a science. You have the process, you try it out, and nobody can deny it. I never met any person who said, no, this doesn't taste good, I can't feel the love. Everyone says, no, this is amazing. I was on a festival with hippies, and they were all in LSD, and then they ate halava. And on the last day, we had so much left, we just gave it for free.
We went to the same. We went to the same festival with
yes. And then it came. Wow, it's a new experience.
Yes.
What's inside? What's talking to me? Okay, they were on drugs, but it was like, and then they shared it with everyone. Hey, come, you have something new. You will never experience something like this.
And it's also funny how the whole environment changed. It becomes a kind of prasadam conscious.
And they're all intoxicated.
Yes.
Now we have this festival in our temple, and we will cook for hundreds of people, and everyone will be intoxicated. And then of course you could eat too much. It's also not good. You should honor it, like keep the body intact. Don't eat too much, don't eat too less. Yeah, but if you eat it with this consciousness that it's actually accepted by the Lord. It's not that the Lord eats it and spits it out and gives us the rest.
Yeah.
But He accepts the love,
Yes.
and He leaves us His prasadam, His mercy, so that we can purify it. Krishna doesn't need anything from us, but He gives us the opportunity for us. And I know it sounds weird, but this really works.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, I was never into food when I came, and because I had my drug history, I had problems with my digestion. And when I came to the temple, it was too much for me, all this eating and vegetarian. And it took me 1-2 months, but then I got the taste. But I always could feel the love behind it. I could feel how purifying it is. And for me, it took some time to really get the taste for the prasadam. But I could see how transforming it is. And I was a new monk in this time. And now, then after 2 months, I got addicted. It was like, it's like a drug, I stopped with all the other nonsense, but now I'm stuck with the prasadam. But this is good, at least you connected, to some spiritual process.
It's a good addiction.
Good addiction, but also after some time you need to learn to slow down, control your senses.
Yes.
I mean, I gained 20 kgs when I became a monk. It sounds contradictory, right? So yeah, but we need to be healthy to keep the body together.
Yes. Yeah, I have also the experience of the process of purification through prasadam. This was in the beginning. A friend of mine, he brought me to Krishna consciousness, and we knew each other before Krishna consciousness, and it's a very, very dear friend also. And he invited me to the temple in Munich, so I went there because I was like just interested in it. And then also I start to eat prasadam. Nanda Kumar, exactly, Nanda Kumar. All glories to him. So, and he feed me also with prasadam. And in the beginning I was taking it and I said, wow, just vegetables. And my mind was, the taste, you know. So, and then, I don't know, somehow, I mean, I want to be respectful. So therefore I finished everything. So then the next day again, and I tried, and it was somehow better, you know. I feel like, okay, this actually is not so bad, you know, and I will take it. And then the third day it was like, oh my God, it's so nice, you know. And I took the second plate and the third plate, and was eating. It was so nourishing, no. So and then like many years after, I reflect, hey, why this happened like this? And then I realized, this was the purification process. Just in 3 days, I could experience how this changed my consciousness and also like the taste.
I see this all the time with new people coming to a temple, and then they get some prasadam, and they change completely in a few days. Not just the food alone, but it's part of the process. You can see.
Yes. Yeah, and also the sense of taste, no? It kind of, because I mean, in my case,
taste and smell, it changed completely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, in my case, I eat a lot of garbage, you know, all this fast food stuff, McDonald's, this and that, you know, I was really addicted to this kind of stuff. So I think this really like...
But it's the thing, people think vegetarian is just boring, and a friend of mine became vegetarian when we were like 10 years old, and he just ate Haribos, you know, this Gummibärchen, and noodles. He thought that's all you can eat now.
Yeah.
And this Gummibärchen is not even vegetarian, you know, with gelatin. But anyways, then my whole life I thought like being vegetarian means you can't eat anything, but actually it's so rich. It's like everything is there.
Yes. Yeah, we have so beautiful cooking books, right?
Yeah.
So from people out of our community, and they will find such a variety of possible food stuff, you know, of preparations you can do. It doesn't matter if it's sweet, salty, or whatever. You know? So different types, and it's really, you can continue to cook different recipes every day. You know, it's like really amazing. And for me, it's really special that everybody can really experience Krishna and the love towards Krishna, or the love between Krishna and his devotee. All the people can experience by taking prasadam, and this is a very special, I think. You know, it's very rare. I never heard about it before, so I don't know if this is existing in other traditions or in other groups, or someone else somehow have to say the same.
Must be somewhere. It can't be only here.
Yeah, this is.
What just came in my mind, because I'm also a cook. I never mentioned, but
he's a super cook, by the way.
But I'm also a cook, and I just realized that before I become a monk, I couldn't make even rice. I just could heat up some bread with some cheese on top, make my pizza or whatever. I couldn't make anything, you know, like I was a completely loser in cooking. And then I started the process, and all of a sudden we traveled in the van and stuff, and I learned basics, and then all of a sudden I became a cook, you know. And now I cook for a few hundred people sometimes, and it's really challenging because I don't cook every day, and for me it's once a week I cook, and I can really feel my body staying in the kitchen for many hours. It's quite intense before I cooked every day, but you can feel after everyone eats, you completely in ecstasy. You have like goosebumps, your hair standing in end.
Yes.
Like I remember a friend of mine, Lilambar, he showed me how to cook for big quantities. Sometimes he cried in the festival. I said, what's wrong? I said, I'm so happy. He cried after cooking. Imagine that. Because he cooked for the Lord, and then 400, 500 people eat the food, and everyone is blissed out. He's so happy about the food. And he started to cry. And also when we had the festival many years ago, we had so much to do, remember, in the kitchen.
Yes.
And we had no time for the whole festival. And
it
we
was
had
like
only
5 days or 6 days
in
a row.
Yeah, 10 hours a day in the kitchen.
Yes.
And it was too much. And then we came only 10 minutes in the festival, and there was some kirtan, mantra meditation with music instruments.
Yes.
And we completely freaked out. We lost it. We looked at each other's eyes.
Yeah, because this was also funny. We arrived perfectly in the time when the kirtan, when the meditation.
Swami was singing.
Yes, when the mantra meditation was like on the peak, you know, like really on fire.
Yeah. And we experienced the whole festival, what people experienced in 5 days.
Yes.
We had in this 10 minutes, like life-changing. We can still remember. And this is because we had this mood of service, this attitude of serving the Lord and serving the others. And then everyone was satisfied. And when everyone is satisfied, God is satisfied because God wants us to be happy.
Yes.
And when we serve the others, then God is happy, and then we are happy. And it's like, boom.
Yeah, Krishna is much more happy when we serve his followers, his devotees. Yeah? So God is much more happy if we serve his devotees. And that's the point, no? That when we are serving in form of cooking prasadam or preparing prasadam, we can serve in one moment so many living entities, so many people, So this is also what I like, for example, in cooking. This is a very nice service. You can please so many people in one moment. No? So and this is actually what makes us really happy. Like this is truthful happiness, no? Service, because this is a part of ourselves, as souls. No? One of our qualities that we are servants, not in a negative way, not in a bad way. But
you're my slave.
Yeah, I'm not.
Go down and serve me.
I'm not your slave. No, I do it out of my free will,
yes.
And because I know it makes you happy, and because you are happy, I'm happy, and Krishna's then happy anyway. You
mentioned it. I mentioned in many videos this point. Salt is salty, water is wet, sugar is sweet, and the soul serves. This is the nature of the soul to serve, and then we have to serve our boss in our job. We have to, if we have no job, we have our family. I have to serve my daughter 10 times a day, 24 hours, the whole week. I have to serve my wife. I want to serve my family, not that I have to. It's like act of service. Yeah. Then you have friends. Maybe you have no one. You're completely separated and alone. You have your senses. You want to see, you want to eat, you want to smell. So you always have to serve someone.
You have to serve your body also.
You have to serve your body.
If you're sick, well,
if you're tired, you have to sleep. When you're sick, you need to take medication.
Exactly.
If you go to the toilet, you have to. It's you're always a servant. So you can choose whom to serve and how, with which consciousness.
Yes. Yeah, this is very, very important.
And that's the nature of bhakti, the nature of devotion.
Yeah, as we said in the beginning, that we can transform the material energy or the material activity. We can transform, we can spiritualize or Krishnaize it, by the proper consciousness, by the proper mood, and then also with the proper knowledge. You need knowledge for it, and then if you have proper knowledge, the proper meditation, the proper consciousness, then you perform the proper activity with it, and then the result is spiritual. And this is actually this is one of the most interesting signs actually also in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a scientific book, a spiritual scientific book. And it's really, you get the knowledge, you can make actually a spiritual experiment with yourself.
Yeah, you have the process and you can try it out and you have a result.
Exactly, you have a result and you see it works.
Because what we're talking now, you can think this guy's a nuts, what they are saying, eating food, offering to God, and that makes me happy. I don't believe in it. But try it out for yourself. Like, it's like not a big deal. You just have the process, you follow it, and that's also a process. I can tell you so many things. I read so many books. I have a big library. I have tons of knowledge, but it doesn't matter what I say. If you don't experience it yourself, you will never believe it.
By the way, can the people get the Bhagavad Gita from you?
Not from me directly, but there's a link in the description.
Okay.
So you can buy it on Amazon.
Okay, nice.
I will put it soon online, but I have to ship it internationally, and it makes more sense sometimes to buy it directly.
Yeah, okay.
And for me, it's some pocket money, and I'm happy if people buy Bhagavad Gitas.
Yes.
It's at least one copy.
Yes.
I wanted to conclude the session now. Rupa Vilas is a really great cook. He's all around Germany, Europe. He has a big company. What is your name of the company?
Gauranga's Event Catering.
Gauranga's Event Catering. We have a mantra we chant sometimes. Gauranga! And everyone who chants this, they get blissed out. No? It's like, can you chant Gauranga? And people, Gauranga! And they don't know what's going on. Everyone is laughing.
Yeah, sometimes we're doing also like mantra meditation with the people if they're open for it and if they want. And then once we had also, this was during a healing seminar, Then we did some mantra meditation, and then in the end of the meditation, I did this. We practiced this mantra, but we put one more, and so Nityananda, and then we were Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda, and we were always like changing. I say Gauranga, they say
and people going mad, no?
And they're going mad, man. They did a video, they were everybody, Gauranga, Gauranga, and they pronounce it perfectly. You know, I was like, really, wow. I was impressed, and also the devotees who were there with me and cooked with me, they were also, oh my God, what's going on here? You know, so
without music instruments.
Yeah, we did without music instruments, but the Mahamantra, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we did with music instruments.
Cool.
Yes, and it was really amazing.
Yeah, I will put your link from your website. I will put it also in the description. If you need a cook for catering, he is doing big caterings up to, I don't know, 150 people, how much?
Yeah, up to 300.
Up to 300 even.
But we want also to get more experience, so it can also be 400 or 500. So we want to expand ourselves. And if I can serve in any way, okay, just contact me.
Yeah, so big crew, and then he comes with this mood of service and love,
exactly.
And with his lovely wife and some friends, and they run the show really. It's like if you have some, especially a spiritual catering, some healing events, then Rupa, Rupa the Trooper, he's the right guy.
Yes, thank you.
We also we plan to have some retreats in Germany.
Yes.
This year it looks tight, but I hope in future we can work together.
Yeah, we're open for it. We want to do it, and he will give the knowledge. I will give the knowledge in form of the food. So it's a nice combination. And
we have some kirtan meditation afterwards.
Exactly, and we just want to try together to serve the Lord, and serve together as friends. And this is it's very nice. It's very nice if you have good friends and you have also like a goal, a very nice goal, and you try to reach this goal together. So I'm very eager to start this project with you.
Shy. Nice. I have two more questions.
Okay, sure.
I thought like each guest I want to ask. The first question is, what is the one, because it's a Bhagavad Gita podcast, we only talking about food, but it's connected. It's connected.
Yeah, it's all inside Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah, it's not man made up. But what is the essence, what stands out for you? What is the one thing Bhagavad Gita taught you the most, teach you the most, what transformed your life, like in one sentence or in one word? What would it be?
I mean, Bhagavad Gita have a lot of beautiful verses. I mean, maybe this verse which I will tell now is not like the most close to my heart, but why I want to share is because this verse always like kind of accompany me, and help me also very much in a very practical way. And this verse I try in Sanskrit. Mamchayo vyabhicharina bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatitjaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. And the meaning of it is like actually just put all the activities towards me, or just try to serve me without interruption, and try to do everything for me, with this consciousness. So then you can go above the three modes. I guess you will talk also in the future.
I mentioned it already, but I will talk about it.
About the three modes, like we have
goodness,
passion, ignorance. So, and if you all the time in the consciousness of we say devotional service, uninterrupted. So what happened is actually this service, this lovely service towards God, will lift you up of the modes, of the three modes. So and what happened is that you reach the spiritual platform. You reach the platform of yourself, of the soul.
Beautiful.
So and this many times, I was remember this when I face difficulties, because sometimes it's very difficult to you have many activities also in spiritual life, and sometimes it's difficult to think, why it becomes so hard and this and that, because there's not proper consciousness. No? You have to see that in spiritual life, what we perform, it's all service towards God. It's devotional service. No? So, but if you don't have this proper mood of devotion, then it becomes actually a material activity, you know. So, and this is not pleasing the soul. It's not pleasing yourself. So therefore, it's very important to remember all the activities we as devotees of Krishna we are doing. This is devotional service. It's a holy activity. So therefore we need the proper consciousness. No? And yeah, therefore I very much like this verse very much, because it's very practical, and yeah, it follow after me, or I follow after the verse for so many years.
He already took away the second question. No, because I wanted to say, what can you say the viewers and the listeners, like practical, like, or something small, what can you give, like your realization for them? But already you gave it now, but maybe you can tell them a simple way, like you mentioned before, how to make the food sacred, offer it to the Lord. Like maybe in a few words you can just conclude the session with, tell them what can they do in their life now. Okay, I don't know about Krishna, I don't know about anything, I know there exists a God, I'm the soul, I want to eat, what can I do now? You know, maybe you can just in a few words tell them.
Yeah, I would say, prepare nice food stuff made out of plants, because as we discussed, no? So that God actually accepts just food on a high level of energy, of consciousness, no? So or energetic point of view, like in goodness, no? So therefore, like, we have vegetables, rice, fruits, you know, there's so many varieties.
Milk products, sweets.
Milk products, sweets.
Grains.
So yes, prepare them nicely. Just try to keep your kitchen clean, you know, and then put it on a plate, make it nice, you know, like just a part of it, make it nice, put it on the table, and then if you follow a tradition and try to connect it with your tradition, with maybe some prayers from your tradition, or if you don't have any tradition, or you're not in any religion, then just try to pray to God inside your heart.
With your own words.
With your own words, exactly, and just offer this with love and devotion, you know, and love and devotion means like with feelings, okay, I prepare this for you, dear God, even maybe I don't have any knowledge about you, or no, but I want to do this, I want to serve you.
I have nothing to give you anyways, but you gave me now this food.
Exactly, you gave me this food, so I want to at least show my respect towards you, that you gave me this food in form of try to give it back to you, and please bless it, and that's okay, you know. So because also what Bhagavad Gita teaches us is that the main thing, or the most important actually, is our effort. The effort to please God, or the effort to please others. This is the goal. Yeah, so and in this way we can put the effort inside.
Thank you. So beautiful. And you know what time is it now? It's time for Prasada.
Yes.
Thank you so much for tuning in today.
Yes.
It was my first try to have a podcast with a person. There will be many more podcasts, mostly probably on Zoom. I'll also invite you again in a few months. Let's see,
sure.
3 weeks. But I have a few guest speakers already on the list who want to speak and share their knowledge about years and years, 20 years, 30 years of practicing Krishna consciousness, especially following in the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. So it's really nice to learn from them and hear from them, not just from me. And here and there I also try to put my own speculation inside, so don't worry, I will not be lost on the way. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Please, if you don't have a Bhagavad Gita, get a copy. It's the most transforming book. It's universal. That doesn't matter which religion you are, which path you follow. Like you said, you can always offer your food. You can always absorb these teachings and use it in your daily life to really uplift your consciousness, purify yourself, and experience real freedom, real peace, harmony, joy, and love. Everything you want in life you will get out of the Bhagavad Gita, and even more. There's even things you never heard of before. So give it a try, and see you next week. All the best. Namaste. Hare Krishna.
Namaste. Hare Krishna.